being a problem. And now we're going to be looking at losers finals. The HouseArrest pulling out the surprise Arya pick, or is it even a surprise because of his character pool? Who knows? We're getting into game one.
Yep, here we go, getting into the action. We got Jmafia, we got HouseArrest. HouseArrest whipping out the Arya. We shall see how they do against the cake of Jmafia.
So far, I mean, looking very similar to how Jmafia approaches most matches. He plays mid-range super well. He waits for you to make like one slight overextension, get you with that nair, start the up special like combo, and make you this afraid. So he's doing that well again. He's playing just outside of HouseArrest's range and preventing him from getting that big opener he's looking for.
Yeah, as right now we saw the Jmafia looking for those two side airs there over on the left side of the stage. I love the evasiveness coming out here from HouseArrest to avoid those side airs, because they know one side air hit from Cake could do it. And look at these down air combos into the neutral air. We were mentioning this earlier, Ajax, and how the neutral air is just used to kind of just push them away and use as a get off me type tool, making sure that HouseArrest doesn't really have too many options to create a reversal or make an advantage state.
Jmafia is just a fiend for getting into your head. By the way, oh, well, that was almost a taunt to get bodied. But by the way, if it works against you, then people are gonna keep doing it. Like the tactical crouches there, the emotes, if it gets you tilted and it messages you, then the opponent is winning. So Jmafia using that as a tactic to try and mentally mess with them. Of course, this is a different character. He decided to go with the Arya here, and so far he does have a momentary lead.
Yeah, as we see that down air into the side air, HouseArrest is trying to do something with this, trying to catch Jmafia. I love the little bit of stall on that landing right there from Jmafia to get back to the stage. But here we go, looking for that side air. Jmafia sitting at 140%. HouseArrest needs to be able to find a KO if they want to be able to get back into this game, Ajax.
Yeah, Jmafia also kind of saying to HouseArrest, hey, look, you got to be a good Arya to be able to take me out. And he hasn't been able to find a single opening. He's playing around him, getting him to go for jabs, getting big whip punishes. And Arya, being as light as she is, can get knocked out very early, but the dare finally finds its mark to get him that knockout off the top.
Awesome combo right there. So we see now HouseArrest having this match point. Let's see if HouseArrest will be able to get back into this. They really need to be able to find a way to stack some damage onto Jmafia here. Jmafia playing a great job of just avoiding these sword hitboxes of HouseArrest, though. Doing an excellent job as well in the whiff punishment category.
Yeah, almost playing a bit of a hitbox camping game too, the way that he lands. Like, it's hard to check Cake actually lands with that down special, but it's basically, I mean, you can catch them as they land, but if you're not fast enough to approach it, they're going to get down to the ground for free. And that's kind of what Jmafia keeps doing. He goes far enough away that HouseArrest hasn't been able to get anything, and now that he's got Blade on cooldown, he can afford to push him.
Yeah, as we see these side air combos coming out from HouseArrest, doing very good in the stage control department, trying to get something here, has the turn attack looking for... Ooh, that could have been a big downer right there from Jmafia, able to get that the KO. But right now, side airs coming out, HouseArrest fighting for their lives right now, Ajax.
We do have essentially an even game right now, too, because if HouseArrest can find that blade, because it is off a cooldown, he can get him off the top. So Jmafia is going to stop that from happening, though, as he's able to find that Sair with the sweet spot at that, as he tried to stall with the turn attack, and that's going to go ahead and give him the first game.
Great KO there from Jmafia on the side of the stage with that side air. Such an oppressive move. The move has so much reach. It does everything for a Cake player, and Jmafia using it to great lengths there.
Yeah, and I'm curious now to see what HouseArrest decides to do for the next character, because the Stripe was handled well last time. And I mean, stage game one, what happened? They were on Sky Arena, no platforms, which means Jmafia won the coin flip, or whatever it is that determines the first match for the two for the stage counter picks. And I mean, if I'm Jmafia, I'm probably going to ban anything that has to do with like higher blast zones, or for that matter, anything with the proper platform, because you're going to probably try to take away the platforms at Sky Arena. You're gonna try and take away Trophy's Edge, and if you're on Tree Fort, that's not that big a deal. That's actually an incredible stage for Cake. Home field advantage at that, with how basically everything you do is right within like Cake's punish zone. She's almost winning neutral just by existing on the stage because of how close you, like how you were close to them the whole match. So I think that's the only platform stage that's going to get left open, and that's probably why we're not seeing the Stripe come back out here. Yeah,
I don't know, man, because like having access to those platforms does help out Stripe a ton. But But if you're house arrest here, man, I don't know if this is really the time in the bracket where you need to be experimenting with characters. I feel as though you want to stick to something that is your comfort here, even though, yeah, Arya does have the matchup advantage up against Cake, right? But I still feel as though, like, you gotta go with your tried and true if you want to be able to finish out this turn. You're so late in the bracket. You're so close to be able to getting into that grand final spot. You gotta go with what is strong.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to see that come back out here. You're right on the money with that. The Stripe is going to make a return. I don't even think the Stripe was doing that bad, to be honest, earlier. It's just that the stage was too beneficial for Jmafia because he was never really able to apply those the speed buffs. Because one other thing that happens there is that you can guaranteed as Cake, if you're far enough away, just drop the down special and it reflects it back, and now they can't send it back and get the speed boost. So you take that away from them. So you need the platforms to make it happen. But right now, I think the only thing that's on House Arrest's mind is that I just need to go what's been working with me all day. And I think he can make it work here, as we're going to see the Stripe come back out here for game number 2.
Yeah, at this point, yeah, you got to go with what works, and you got to go with what will get you the dub here. This is gonna be an uphill battle, I feel like, for House Arrest. But if House Arrest is able to do it, they will. Right now they're pushing Stripe's meta so hard. Let's see if they'll be able to get this done.
I do very much like what is going on here with picking this stage, but I like also what House Arrest attempted to do by trying to bait Jmafia into this idea that he was going to throw the saw blades at the stage and instead try to hit him on his approach. Neither one worked, but you can see like the layers. But now utilizing that platform gives you that speed boost, and I think this is what's going to make the matchup a bit more doable for him.
Yeah, as we see the reflect right there on the saw blade, that is something I totally forgot about in this matchup that Jmafia can do, and kind of just invalidate those saws being set up there. Still getting the speed boost to House Arrest, but not really too much on the stage control place of things.
I have noticed, however, Jmafia being a very intelligent player, you know, like you said, this is the #1 ranked player on the ladder for a reason. He's not engaging with him whenever he does it. He's like, all right, you got it. I'm not going to bother. But that's a lot of resources used. However, Cake doesn't really care about that department because you can up special and then nair stall your way back in. That time fast falling with the up air to get a safe landing.
Yeah, as we see right now, the up special coming out. House Arrest looking for the edge guard, has the gun, not able to get anything with it just yet. This is where House Arrest thrives, though, is in these edge guard situations. Jmafia trying to be able to get back to the stage and is able to.
I like the attempt at using the TNT as like a let's trade here, because the trade benefits me every time. That could have easily been a knockout on the Jmafia if he angled it correctly.
Yeah, as we see, looking for that up special there. Oh, I love that little tap with the up air there, trying to just keep Jmafia in check and say, hey, I can juggle you too at times.
And Jmafia starting to work his way back into this damage. Side air is going to come out. We were talking about it before. Using that TNT is a way to recover. Smart option from House Arrest. You take a little bit of damage, but because you don't have that many different options to go vertically, it kind of tripped up Jmafia as he finds the Sair and he strikes first.
Great side air there from House Arrest, able to cover that low recovery. It has such a wide radius, but there goes the saw blade, able to interrupt that ground up attack. TNT, oh, that could have been an interesting mix up there, Ajax.
I honestly thought he was going to go low with it for a second and try and knock him out. But good dodge there from Jmafia to avoid the second shot. He's not going to be able to continue that advantage that he had, but he is building up the damage quick as he's getting these jump resets and he's using that speed boost. Look at the big difference here, Niall, with these platforms and what this has allowed House Arrest to play. He actually can't go back to Sky Arena no platforms anymore. I think that's been the biggest issue.
Yeah, House Arrest right now using these platforms really, really well, and also hitting the saw blades, trying to get some combos off of this. Look at this up air! Oh my gosh!
Okay, House Arrest. He not only got the extension off of the bullets normally, but he bounced them into the saw blade while getting a reset on the ground, excuse me, on the platform to get his jumps back, to go back for another up special and sent him all the way into the skies. And I don't think I really need to remind chat too much of it, but with Bears reminding, that's the highest blast zones that you could pretty much see outside of Cromulons. So the fact that he was able to push Cake all the way up there, who's a pretty heavy character, and still keep that combo going, actually making Jmafia slip up for a change. He got himself on the board for once, and I don't think we see Sky Arena no platforms anymore. I think that is going to be removed from rotation because if I'm House Arrest, I'm banning it every single time.
Oh yeah, you definitely cannot allow HouseArrest to have that stage again. If you're Jmafia, get rid of that stage immediately. All platforms, get rid of it immediately. HouseArrest using those platforms to their advantage right there, and wow, you would have thought that they would have given Stripe a sniper rifle, because the way that these shots are lining up for these combo extensions are insane. HouseArrest really putting in work on the Stripe. I love it.
And this is so to kind of come full circle, this is actually why before the match started, why I referenced the Batman versus Jake matchup, because the speed that Batman has, the movement that he has, is kind of a big overwhelming factor in why he's so good in ones. But he doesn't get speed boosts the same way that he only gets it on Smoke Bomb, which once you see Smoke Bomb down as Jake, you just go to the other side and you just let him do what he's doing. But here in this match, when platforms are up, you're getting that speed boost all the time. Like, that's essentially like a 2-tiered like boots of speed on Finn. Imagine that character running around at you all the time with that type of range. Yeah. But that's also coupled with an auto lock targeting gun that gets you and pushes you in the air. So like I said, HouseArrest has counter pick advantage currently. I know for a fact you're definitely banning Sky Arena no platforms here. But for Jmafia, the biggest thing now is that he's got to now take into consideration amongst his bans, do I leave, which one of them do I leave open? Because you can't ban out every single one of the platform stages. At least one of them is going to get left open, and HouseArrest is going to make sure he gets it.
Yeah, one of them will be open, and it's so difficult because you gotta imagine right now Jmafia is just thinking of all the different scenarios in which platforms could come into play for HouseArrest. And it's like, okay, if you get rid of Sky Arena, there's access to Trophy's Edge. If you get rid of Trophy's Edge, there's access to stages like Batcave, because like even the cars work as platforms, right? So it's that one's a little bit rougher. I think honestly, I don't really want to fight Cake on Batcave, because that just those Batmobiles are just so absurd combo food for Cake, and also the low blast zone definitely benefiting a lot. But I think I'd be perfectly content if HouseArrest decided to try and fight me there. It's like, okay, cool, let's do this. But I think that's a big part of why we're taking a second here to get into this next match, because Jmafia is probably trying to heavily consider like, what stage do I go to? Because removing that from the picture most likely is going to be a big reason. Well, what's that, Stolly? I love Ajax calling Jake Cake anyone else. Oh yeah, no, I said okay. So you missed it earlier. We were saying it to Niall too. When you play a variant, except for Uncle Shags, really, because like he's too close to Shaggy, so and it's a long name, so I haven't changed it. But I'm a big fan of what Playerfirstgames is doing with these variants. I mean, it's literally completely different voice acted characters. Oh yeah,
that's not Jake, that's Cake. And some people are going to be they might be mains specifically of those characters. So I'm going to go out of my way to say it. And I kind of hope that more people do it, because like, even though they have the same moveset, it's a variant. It's a different character. And, shout outs to voice actors out there for all the effort that they put in for what they do. And I want to make sure that we're giving them the proper praise that they deserve by calling them the character that they actually, they're voicing in these situations. So also I just really, really, really like all the costumes. I'm a big fan of a lot of different costumes, because I think one of the things that people like a lot amongst platform fighters, Niall, or actually fighting games, period, not even just platform fighters, is people like claiming like which one is theirs, right? Which of the main is theirs? Like, that color is mine. I'm the main of this one. But like, when you have so many different looks that we have like in this game, there's going to be so many across the years that, some people are going to be specific ones of certain ones. They want to claim it. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to call them out on it. I think that's pretty cool. Are you going to change the name if there's a Batman Beyond skin? I won't, because Terry McGinnis should be his own character.
Well, maybe he should be a variant. I don't know. Maybe.
You are so wrong.
I'm just toying with you, Ajax. I'm just toying with you, bro.
Terry McGinnis is him and Bruce are just so different. They're just
they are
so different. So I can't. I'd have to change it. But like I said, we're just waiting right now to solve something that was going on in the background. So we're just killing a little bit of time with you, chat. I know all of you have been hanging out with us this whole night as we are sitting in the final 3 position, going 6 hours strong, approaching 6.5 hours. But you know, we wouldn't trade it off for anything. And I would trade it off for a cough drop though. My cough is still lingering. We've been fighting through a cold for the past week while we're doing this. But also, if you want to join us for future ones, make sure you sign up for Make It Rein-Dog. It happened every 2 weeks. Of course, they alternate as well because it is 2v2s into 1v1s. So the next one will be 2v2s. Do not miss out. It is a limited cap. It's 128 in 64 teams in separately. So you don't want to miss out, especially like we saw today. I mean, there is just so many talented players that have been here today overall. So make sure you do not miss out.
Yeah, you do not want to miss out on that action. Make sure you sign up. And of course, if you are a Twitter person, go over to the Playerfirstgames Twitter. Have those notifications on so as soon as they put out that tweet, you can be on it, man. You can be one of the first people to sign up. And that way you don't have to worry about all of the spots being filled up. But we're going to be getting right into this action real quick. We got HouseArrest, we got Jmafia, we have Stripe, and we have Cake.
Real quick, Blitzkrieg, yes. Arkham Batman is peak. You are correct. Play those games. They're awesome. So we're going to get into the next game now. We had to solve a little bit of things, but we are going to, of course I played the Arkham games. What? Absolutely. They're amazing. Please play them. Okay. This is what I expected. We're going to see Treeport because this is going to be one of those stages that gets left open on occasion. And I'm sure that HouseArrest was probably banning this earlier, when he didn't think that Sky Arena no platforms was a problem. Well, now it's opened up, and he's going to be able to fight him here, which does help Jmafia a little bit in the knockout department.
Yeah, it definitely helps in the knockout department, but there is still these 2 platforms on the sides that can be used for HouseArrest to get those boosts. And there goes the side air. HouseArrest really going into these gremlin powers right now. It is way past midnight. HouseArrest is thriving.
Instant emo after it was done too, sending a message right back after that game 1. Jmafia, HouseArrest is just figured out Speed Boost is the name of the game in this matchup. You must have it applied if you want to beat him. That's one of the few things that Cake can't suffer against, but Cake does not suffer in the spike department, especially on a low blast zone like this, as he answers right back, taking no damage.
Yeah, really good spike right there from Cake. Jmafia able to get that, and here comes the side air. Jmafia looking for another ledge trap opportunity, but HouseArrest able to reset into neutral, has that reticle applied.
Gotta go ahead and drop the reticle off after, but it gets the dare starter into the up special side air, applying 34 damage instantly, so you take your damage where you can. Trying, of course, to set up the speed boost, and here he comes. Trying to get the spike downwards, but Jmafia luckily was still on stage.
Oh, and there, you see the swallow coming out there from Jmafia. Jmafia trying to get something here. Has that weaken stack. Let's see if they can get some damage off of that.
Oh, good dodge up to get away from that side air. That was so close. The weaken stack, of course, is going to fall away after that fight. Used to be 5. Thank goodness it's 2 now. But that down special, going to get him at a disadvantage. Going to have to take at least 2 shots, but he didn't get the fall through he was looking for to get that dare to extend the combo.
Yeah, very good saw blades being applied there. Has that speed boost. Jmafia able to throw up that down air and get rid of that speed boost as quick as possible from HouseArrest. HouseArrest looking for the TNT here, but Jmafia going for a little bit of mix-up there, going for the double hit on the skateboard into the neutral edge.
Yeah, Jmafia with a good read. Gonna get the second up air. No, he drifted just far away. Up attack on the sweet spot. Will not knock him out, though. That would have definitely done it. The TNT gets applied, but that saw blade gonna prevent him from getting caught, and he hits him once again. That might be it, as he gets 1 and 2, as he sends him to the skies once again, multiple times. Jmafia just barely missing getting that knockout, Niall, but instead it's gonna be HouseArrest who moves up into set 2-1.
Dude, HouseArrest is too nasty. Once they get that reticle on you and pulls out the Glock, at that point, it's pretty much over in those edge guard situations. Really good work there from HouseArrest on these edge guards. I mean, Jmafia able to get that clean edge guard as well. That was a pretty early KO from what I remember, Ajax. But right now, HouseArrest really striving and thriving on the Stripe. We are way past midnight, and he is really tapping into those gremlin powers.
He did very well at what he was able to do to get back in that game, because it started off with a good lead from HouseArrest, essentially putting on near 0 to knockout, and then answered right back with Jmafia taking him out, taking no damage. And then at the end, Jmafia got really smart. He was playing really well in center, not overextending, not rushing recklessly in because he knows he has a speed boost. So what do? Instead, it's a small stage, so you can react a little bit more because most likely when he jumps, he's probably going to back it up with a hitbox. So what can you do to that? Well, back it up with your up special. Answer him. But HouseArrest saw through that too. There was a lot of layers going on between how passive they were both playing, looking for that big opener. And, you know, it was very close multiple times to Jmafia actually winning that third game, excuse me, with the up attacks. But they missed by this much on his anti-air calls. He barely missed them as he just shifted away. And HouseArrest was able to strike back and get himself the lead.
Yeah, HouseArrest doing a really good job able to get their lead into this set. And now HouseArrest, oh, here we go again.
I don't think he's gonna do that.
No,
I don't think he's gonna do that.
I don't think so.
I don't think he's gonna do that.
No way, right?
I'm sure it's just them loading into the lobby. Because okay, all right, there we go. Okay. Like I mean, HouseArrest was messing around in losers semis earlier against Alex, where he went with the bugs, he went up in the set count, and he went with the Batman. But I think here and now, well, he's up and trying to knock out the #1 seed of the bracket and get a potential chance to fight up against another Arya who he's actually been succeeding against. Well, not Rufflecrumb specifically, but he's been succeeding against them. He has a good shot to win it all if he gets through Jmafia somehow. If Rufflecrumbs has something, of course, has something to say about it, who's been waiting there. But we're going to see the Stripe versus the Cake at least, at minimum, one more time with game number 4, as currently the set count is in favor 2-1 in HouseArrest's favor.
Yep, here we go. HouseArrest up against Jmafia. If HouseArrest gets this dub going into grand finals, it is going to say a lot to how good Stripe is right now, especially in the 1v1s meta. Ooh, boy, this is going to be a good one. We have a potential elimination scenario for Jmafia. Let's see if they can bounce back into this. The stage is Trophy Edge. Let's get it.
Right, Trophy's Edge does enable the fact that he... Oh, you're gone. Oh, my God, he was almost gone. That was almost such a good punish from Jmafia to beat the speed boost jump. I was about to lose my mind on how good that read was.
Yeah, that would have been crazy, bro. I might have just fallen out of my seat if they got KO'd there. That was absolutely crazy. But here we go. Jmafia looking for the edge guard. And just one tap with the down air.
That was
with
so
that skateboard
well
action
by Jmafia, by the way, because the first time he went for up special, he missed. But then the second time, HouseArrest hovered back. But then he punished him for hovering back, and he chased him all the way over. And now all of a sudden, he has the best position for Cake. You have to approach. And Cake loves when you have to approach because it's all anti-air city. Oh, might not even need it. Oh my God, no! He made him. He went out there trying to nair, but he got the auto reticle, and in that position, you're just gonna free fall. And now this could be the game if he catches him. Going out there with a re-volley, just gets the Sear. He gets Sear by the saw blade. The gun is gonna take him out. He ends up at an amazing edge guard. Jmafia was not able to get away from the saw blade on the platform, and he ends up knocking out the #1 seed of the bracket. And he gets a matchup against Rufflecrumbs in grand finals.